Welcome to What's the Deal with Sam? Starring Sam Lilly. Join Sam as he discusses a wide variety of topics.
Bad mail.
Now let's start the show.
Thank you. What's the deal with the Virtual Boy for Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch? It's like it was the first time they did the Virtual Boy with the ground. So, this is an emergency episode. That's why it's not lit with a zillion lights. I just have like the one, and there's one up there that you'll probably hear rattling in the background. Actually, let's turn that off. Why not do that? Then you won't hear the rattling. Will that affect my lighting that much? Not really. Who cares? So basically, there was the Nintendo Direct on September 12th, 2025. For future people watching this video, let's immediately date that because I'm recording this on September 13th of 2025 and hopefully getting it up the same day. Now, I'm not here to talk about the entire reaction to the whole fucking thing because who gives a shit. You can watch 5 million other people doing that. But I really wanted to talk about the Virtual Boy because, like, you remember the Virtual Boy? That thing that Nintendo put out years ago? Well, if you do know about it, then you probably have seen the Angry Video Game Nerd episode about the thing because nobody bought it because it was a huge fucking failure. That's part of why we're here today because it seems really weird that in this Direct they announced that they're bringing the Virtual Boy back. But, so what they're doing is, essentially, they're releasing this Virtual Boy accessory thing, and they're putting the games on Nintendo Switch Online. It will be behind the premium sub, the expansion subscription, so you do have to get the nice fancy, expansion pass subscription thing to get access to these games, and obviously have a Switch or a Switch 2. And then you'll also need the headset thing to actually play them. I believe it's because it uses like a stereoscopic 3D thing. So I think you need the headset to like use the eye parts of that. Will do something with it to make it work properly. So you like slide your console into the thing, and the thing is, this accessory is required. You can't play the games without the accessory. That's kind of the thing that sucks a lot. Because why didn't they make it so you can play the games, like regular without the 3D effect, and then have a thing to switch it to turn that on, and then use it with the headset? How many people are gonna go out here and because they're like right away, no one's gonna get a Switch or a Switch 2 to play this anyways, right? We already kind of know that, but that makes sense already. But also, like, who is gonna like go on there and have like, oh, I have the the expansion pack thing. I really want to get that for Virtual Boy games. They're not going to do it for that either. It's going to be a perk that's there because they wanted like N64 or GameCube or I don't know what the Genesis is that on that too. They wanted it for the other shit. This is kind of like an extra kind of like Nintendo Music or some shit where it's like nobody's getting the service or anything for that. They're getting this Nintendo Switch Online premium subscription for something they actually want. And if it's there, they'll be like, I'll check it out. That may be neat. I'll check it out. But then you go there and it's like, actually, you can't check it out. You can't even try it with 2D and not get the full experience just to try out these games to see what they're like. You have to get this accessory. Like, you know how, like, N64 games, you probably want to have the controller for that? I just have it sitting right here. Let's make it a prop video. You want this controller for that? Because you're like, oh, the games will play well with the way they're set up on the controller. That makes sense. But you can still use it on other things, GameCube controller, whatever. You can use those on other things too and remap the buttons and like, it's not going to work for everything, but there are some other things it could be perfectly fine for. And why not do that, right? Then it's not like I feel like such a huge waste to have it just for that. But, and you can also play those things with other controllers. I can play N64 with a regular Pro controller just fine. I mean, like, it's not as good. I don't like it as much for most of the games, but I have the option. It's there. I'm not, like, paywall behind getting the specific controller to play those specific things. So, how many people do you think are going to go out of their way and buy the fucking headset to play Virtual Boy, to be like, I wonder what it's like, this thing that was a huge flop that nobody fucking even likes that has checked it out, right? I mean, like, also, like, they're naming this under they've kind of renamed the Nintendo Switch Online stuff as Nintendo Classics for the older systems that you're, like, streaming the games or whatever. Yeah, and I guess the Virtual Boy library is classic in the same way that when you buy, like, a pack of, like, 100 classic movies, it's kind of like that. The kind of stuff that's, like, it's classic in the way that it's old and nobody wants them. So, the thing is also, I've been, like, burying the lead a bit here. The headset, the replica thing, that is also cool. It's the goggles and the stand and everything for the Virtual Boy. That looks neat. It doesn't come with a controller, I don't think. I think you still need to actually use a regular, like, Switch controller or some kind of accessories with that to even keep using that. That thing costs $100. And that's a lot of money when you consider this is $100 to try out Virtual Boy. $100 to, because no one's going to be reliving this, almost no one. Almost no one's going to be reliving this experience of, like, I remember loving the Virtual Boy as a kid, and I wish I could have it again. And now for a mere $100 to get this ridiculous controller replica thing, whatever, the visor thing, I can do it again. No. That's going to be almost no one, okay? So that's $100 is a lot of money to shell out to do that, for something that is also, like, limited to, like, while you have the subscription and while this stuff is still available for you to check out. Who knows how long that's going to be for, and after that, it's probably not going to be worth anything. To be fair, they are releasing a cardboard version that doesn't have, like, legs or anything. It looks like it's just, like, you put, like, the controller, like, into this thing still and just hold it up to your face, I think, which looks horribly uncomfortable to do because, you'd be like this. But on the bright side, that's only $25, and, when the thing becomes, something you're never going to use again, you're done with it, you can always just recycle it with, your milk cartons and shit, so that's nice. But, I don't know, that's one of those things where it's like, why do it this way? Why not have the ability to play it without that, and have that be, like, a bonus thing if you want the cool replica thing, or you want the experience, you have those options to get those headsets to do it properly with the 3D effect. It seems like a really weird thing to paywall you into, and I guess why not put this money and effort into something people want? Like, even if it was like a Virtual Boy Classic Edition, I would feel better about that. Although, realistically, why is there not an N64 Classic Edition, or a Game Boy Classic Edition, or something people will want and pay money for? Why do this that no one's asking for, and the only people that are going to get this fucking thing, okay, are going to be the fucking YouTuber, influencer people that are going to go out here and check it out just to be like, I played Virtual Boy in 2026. And they're probably going to range, the opinions are going to range from, it's a total crap to, like, yeah, it's actually kind of interesting, but they're all probably going to tell you it's not worth spending $100 to check it out. And the replica thing is cool if you want that as a collector's item, I guess, but $100 is a lot for just a replica thingy that is a replica of a thing that was a huge failure that Nintendo themselves even, like, barely even acknowledges exists. Like, this is probably the first time in quite a long time Nintendo was even like, the Virtual Boy? Yeah, I remember that thing. Like, they kind of keep it on the down low because nobody else knows about it because it was a failure. It was a huge fucking failure. It was a flop. It was a humdinger of a fucker, it was. A fuck flinger of a floozy, it was. That's what they called it. You saw it in the newspapers, in the magazines, they put it on TV. You wouldn't believe it. They got all kinds of letters, and, like, you can't write that. You can't print that, you can't hear that. And it was a whole, that part didn't actually happen. But, the other thing is that they're also doing still the stupid-ass thing of they're gonna drip-feed the fucking library out, too. There's 14 games, they said. They had the little ad thing there, and it's like, they mentioned, like, 3 games that you can play right away. I assume those are the ones that are gonna be available immediately, and then they're like, eventually, like these 14 classic titles will be available over time, and it's like, what do you mean over? Just put them all on there. There's 14 of them. What, are you going to stretch it out like a game every 5 years? What the fuck is it? Why? Just put them all out there. Nobody, like, because the idea that they want to spread them out so that you'll stay subscribed for multiple months to wait for the next things, I get it. But again, no one is doing that. No one is subscribing for the fucking Virtual Boy. No one is going to do this for that. It's going to be a perk, an extra, an accessory. What kind of a dipshit is going to spend $100 on this headset and then sit around waiting for multiple months, racking up more money that they're subscribing to this thing to check that out? If anything, you're just kind of incentivizing them to wait until the very fucking end. Be like, all right, all of them are up now. Now I can check them all out. Because I know exactly how many are coming out for this thing, because the library is so fucking small, okay? Look how slow they're putting out shit for, like, fucking, like, N64, which has a much bigger library than this, as much as you want to make fun of that. Much bigger library. Look how slowly they put out shit for that. I can't imagine the fucking excruciating wait for anything else to happen on the Virtual Boy, with the only silver lining being no one is excruciatingly waiting for it. Like, God, I really can't wait until they put my favorite fucking Virtual Boy game on here. And it's also extra shitty, right? It's extra bad because, like, also, what the fuck else use is this? Like I was mentioning before, it's not like they're gonna make new Virtual Boy games. It's not like they're gonna have a fucking homebrew scene going on in there as well, right? It's not like they're gonna make other games just for the Switch and Switch 2 that use the Virtual Boy, like, as an accessory, right? I really doubt that's gonna be a thing. Maybe you'll see third parties make their own goggle things to compete with Nintendo's bullshit or something. Or someone will mod the thing so you can play, you know, these games without the 3D and stuff, and they'll use those files or something on there to do it. I don't know. Maybe something like that cool can come out of it, but, like, it's not like you're going to use the Virtual Boy headset for anything else, and it's not like you can play these games any other way, or they're going to make any other things for the headset. Like, it's not like the controllers where they can be used for other things. So it's just a huge mess of, like, you're going to be dumping a lot of money into something that people don't want, and they're not going to get much use out of, and they're just going to be, I guess if you really want that experience, but most people, it's probably not worth it. You probably don't want that. Ridiculous, insane, and the only other thing I can really say is I really hope that the biggest thing that happens with this is that a bunch of scalpers come in and buy out all the stock on those fucking Virtual Boy replica fucking $100 headset things, and then they just get stuck sitting on them. And not able to move them because it's something that nobody wants and can't fucking use for the most part anyways. I hope that's about the best I can hope for with this, because this is just stupid, okay? I don't care about any of the fucking other shit. I don't care about this, the Direct, well, they did this stuff with DLC as Pokemon. Here's a Ditto thing. Here's fucking game on a keycard. I don't want to hear it. Okay, the Virtual Boy is the dumbest shit that they've done this for this entire thing. The curveball that nobody asked for, that nobody wants, and that Nintendo decided to just piss away money into. I guess they need money so bad that they need to, limit games, whatever. They need to raise game prices. They need to limit how much of a game you can buy. They need to re-release half of the same fucking game again. They need to do all this bullshit to monetize the hell out of everything else because, well, guys, it's a tough time, so we need to make our money somehow. But fuck forbid that you save some money by not making a fucking stupid Virtual Boy thing that you're gonna lose money on it. You're gonna lose money on the thing because people aren't gonna buy it. You're wasting your money and you're wasting your time and you're wasting our money and you're wasting our time. Alright? And it sucks and it's stupid. It's one of the dumbest things that I've seen from Nintendo in quite a while. I mean, like, holy shit, this makes the fucking Wii U look like it was a fucking most genius idea and a huge fucking success. That's how stupid this shit is. It makes the original Virtual Boy look way better, because at least then it was new, and it was exciting, and it was different. But we can already do VR stuff on the Switch. That's already a thing you can do. So, unless they do anything to address any of these issues, and maybe they will when everyone comes out and says, this is dumb, don't bother with it, I don't see the point. I think it's dumb. I think it's bad, and I don't think that you should do it. I think that you should look at this and basically wait for the YouTubers to put out their videos that are playing the thing so you can see, okay, it's like that, and then not bother with it yourself, because it's not even fucking worth it. Even actual, legitimately, like, good VR stuff that's out now, the top-of-the-line VR shit, is something that most people don't really have, and a lot of people don't really care about. So this weird, niche, retro, shitty, crappy prototype bullshit version that you have to jump through all these hoops and pay all this money to do, I don't see anybody getting it. So that's my big old bitch from that whole thing, because I cannot fathom why this would be a good idea at all. What is the deal with this? I want Nintendo, the official Nintendo of America account, I want you to answer for your sins in the comments below and tell me, what were you thinking? Why would you put this thing out and just, why? I would rather. I don't have a good one for that. I don't want to steal too much of that content. I was also about to say I'd rather fuck a buffalo in the ass. That's not really an angry video game nerd thing, I don't think. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm saying too much about me when that was the first thing I went to. But I don't know. That's my thing. And if you have other thoughts you want to add in the comments, I mean, do your best to try and defend this if you would like. I feel like anything you say, I'm just going to be like, yeah, but, and it's not going to matter. Well, you can certainly leave it out there. Maybe there's something I haven't considered with this. Maybe I'm just not seeing the light. And if you want to talk about the other stuff in the direct, that's fine too. I did see most of the announcements and things. I just didn't watch the entire hour-long direct thing. Otherwise, the direct thing was, in general, was a good direct. It wasn't for me. I don't care. I'm not getting a Switch 2 still, but it was and the direct itself was fine. So whatever. They did. What's the deal with the Virtual Boy? It's like the Game Boy with the ground. What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal?